everybody? My name is Daniel. This is my first time doing this, and to celebrate my 19th birthday, I was like, why not? Let's do stand-up comedy. So here I am. With Thanksgiving coming up, I've got my theme, and if you haven't noticed yet, tonight's main course is all about roasting families, not turkeys. Whenever I think about Thanksgiving, I get all these warm feelings. Except when I think about family dinner. Yeah, no, that's different. I can already picture it now. I'm driving home, it's a long drive, I get to that front door, I throw it open. Inside I see a bunch of mashed potatoes rolling about, those pesky chickpeas running around, that stuck-up, sparkling cider wannabes, and of course, those chuckling stuffed turkeys. Every family's got them. Oh yeah, I was talking about my family, not the meal. The meal's so different, yeah. The meal, it goes down without a fight. All that said, I love my family very much. In fact, I look up to my dad a lot, and that's mostly because he's a savage. Like, 21 has nothing on him. When I was younger, I'd come up to my dad and be like, hey Dad, can I get a piece of gum? And he'd be like, yeah, sure, here, eat this. Like, what? Why? Like, why would you give me gum that you've already chewed? That's absolutely disgusting. Like, how is that your instinct? Like, what if I ask for chips or like popcorn? Like, I'm at the theater and we're eating popcorn, right? Like, hey Dad, pass the popcorn. And he's like, yeah, here, out of my mouth. Like, what? This is so gross. Or like when we were younger. Like, my dad would take me and my sister to Toys R Us, which was cool. We'd go in, play with all the toys, come out, no big deal. Except, I found out recently that Toys R Us is not a museum. Like, you can actually buy the toys. Like, I grew up in childhood. But my favorite story about my dad is about 8 years ago when we went to Dubai. It's a beautiful city, it was a family trip. We get into Dubai, and just outside the city of Dubai is a desert. Surprise, surprise. And in the desert, we decided to rent some ATVs to go racing. And about halfway through our allotted time, I'm on a straightaway, going 60 miles an hour as fast as I can. There's a kid next to me. He's also doing the same thing, 60 miles an hour. And out of nowhere, he's like, you know what? I'm gonna send it. And he pulls into me, and I crash full speed. Now, he's fine, but I go flying, and I'm landing all the way over here. And I have the ATV on my back, because it happened. And it's on me, and it's pinning me down, and the engine's on my calf. It's burning a hole in my leg, and I literally thought I was gonna die. Like, I was like, I couldn't even scream or yell for help. My throat was dry, and I thought I was gonna die, but I look up, and I see my dad, and he comes running over. I'm like, oh, thank God I'm safe. So my savior comes running over. He picks up the ATV, takes it off of me, takes the helmet, takes it off of me, and as I reach out my hand to grab his so he can pull me up, I get a handful of exhaust. Because he had gotten on that ATV and he took off. He took off like the Patriots did with the Super Bowl 49 trophy. He was gone. Meanwhile, I was on the ground with a sprained hip, a burned leg, and utter disbelief. Like, is he that savage to leave me in the desert like this? But I love him. Family's great. Speaking of which, I absolutely love my sister. She's awesome. Shout out to her. And she literally astounds me sometimes. Like, I'm in the bio series right now. And we're learning about stuff like survival of the fittest, but I don't even believe in that stuff because of her. Like, how is she still alive if nature had intended that to be the best adapted individual for this environment? Let me tell you what I mean. Like, one time she went to Starbucks with her friends, because like that's what normal teenage girls do. And except she came home terrified and out of breath. And then me and my mom, we freaked out. We're like, oh no, what happened? Like, I'll fight someone. What happened? What happened? And she's like, oh, no. I just don't know how to cross the road. Like, what? How are you 15 and not know how to cross the road? Like, who are you? Like, you're gonna drive soon. You should at least know how to cross the road. But to her defense, I started thinking, and I was like, wait, UW students don't know how to cross the road either. Like, have you ever been out by Architecture Hall at Stevens Way and Grant Lane where they cross? Around, in between classes, when classes get out, it's just a wall of flesh moving along both sides of the crosswalk. Like, literally, people cross like zombies. They just step out, they don't even look. They're just like, I'm going anyways. It's like, what? I'm so glad I don't have my car, though, because I would totally attach a snowplow to the front and drive like it's The Walking Dead. Because honestly, some of you guys can play extras on that show without the makeup. Another time, the year my sister got expelled, she came home and she was all upset. She's like, oh no, I made a mistake. I'm like, oh, what happened, what happened? And she's like, I got an infraction. And that's just like getting sent to the principal's office about paperwork. And so we're like, okay, so what happened? And she's like, I went to the bathroom in the hallway. And we're like, what? What do you mean? Like, why? That's so gross. Like, why? And she's like, no. I didn't go to the bathroom in the hallway. I was going to the bathroom, which was in the hallway, and I didn't have a hall pass. I got in trouble. I was like, oh, thank God. Because that first thing you said to me, if that was true, that would mean very different things for our relationship. Man, I love her though. She's great. And so are friends. We, around holiday season, we get a lot of friends to come over, and we like to play games. And one year, when we were younger, my sister decided to throw out the game suggestion, Ghosts in the Graveyard. And it works like hide and seek, except we've never actually played it because our demonstration of the game probably would have more dislikes than a 9-year-old's Fortnite videos. Like, we're all in this one room. She goes into the room to the left to hide. Another person goes, the seeker goes into the room on the right because she didn't know where she was, so she's looking for him. 5 seconds later, they both come running back screaming like, ah! Like, what happened? Like, there wasn't even, at first, I thought a kid had maybe walked into the room and startled her, so she came running. But no, that wasn't the case. She managed to scare herself in a room all by herself. Like, how do you even do that? So it's because of stories like those that I don't believe in natural selection. Because there's no way it's survival of the fittest. Because there's no way she's still kicking, if that's the case. It's more like it's survival of the privileged. Well, my family's great, and I would be remiss if I didn't introduce my favorite family man to you all. His name's Keith, and he's a homeless man. And I met Keith once when I was sitting at the bus stop waiting for the bus, and I was sitting at the bench, and all the other benches were empty, but he decided to sit next to me for whatever reason. And he sits next to me and he says, hey, I need some rolling paper. My mama won't give me any. I need that paper. I want to smoke up on my shelf. And instantly I was like, we're not doing this right now, Paul. You can't talk to me. But then what caught my attention was when he's like, if you get me some paper, I'll get you some of Mama's cooking. And I was like, oh, okay, interested. What are we talking about? And he's like, what do you like? Chicken curry, tikka masala. And I was like, what? He literally said that like he was Cardi B or something. Okay. And so one thing led to another, and now he's my caterer. So this Thanksgiving, I'm not gonna roast nobody's wardrobe or hairstyle or even put a turkey in the oven, no. What we're having is tandoori. Thank y'all so much. I got Texas on.